From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And here we go from LA. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air, it's Hurts. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does 2 things. Number 1, it strikes fear in the defense, and number 2, you gain respect of your teammates.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This ball's caught by Pickens. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. All down that time by Jonathan Jones.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Man in motion out of the slot. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Running down the left side. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. To return, Jerome Ford. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. He lofts it deep left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Darnold. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here's 2nd and 11. Taken in by Pierce. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Offense off to a good start, Brock. Here's a 1st and 10 inside of enemy territory. To throw, here's Darnold. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. From the red zone now. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. Thought he had a touchdown there. So 2nd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still sticking with the passing game. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs start off well to tie things 7-7. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
No connection on the last play, and out third down. Now Hurts. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Taken away by the rookie from USC. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Darnold now to throw. Hurst there to grab it. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. He gets a couple, and he'll bring up third down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That one right down the middle. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to SoFi right after this. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
In motion left is Atwell. Hurts trying again on 2nd down. Chased out to his right. Pass complete, 2-2 Atwell. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They send the tight end in motion left. 1st down throwing for Hurts. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, Henry. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on third down. Another run for Henry. He's got the first and more inside the 25. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So great work by the running back there. Brock found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers tie things up at 14. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. First and 10 from the 41. A handoff for Mixon, running right. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. On the ground again with Mixon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Darnold looking to throw. Taken in by Kirk right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First and 10, a run to Mixon. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Stop made by Sam Hubbard. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Chiefs are on the move here. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's Darnold to throw. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, That's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
This one intended for the running back. And now they face second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Now Darnold. And that's a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7.
Chargers, 14. Daniel
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. On the move, headed right. On the move, looking deep down. That's grabbed inside the 30. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. George Pickens the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. You gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers tie this game at 21. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's Ford on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. This one's to Kirk out left side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Throwing here, Darnold. Gets this one to Pierce. And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 41. Completes this one to Chase. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Throwing it again here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But it looked like the Chiefs got this one back. Ooh, lucky break there, making that recovery.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. A final throw before the break. He puts everything behind this one. Toward Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Chargers do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 29. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick. Knowing short fields, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes. And if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
Folk on now to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here's Ford on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Darnold. Brought in right side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A give left side. Here's Mixon. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. Throwing from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. But at that defense, they're flying around and making the play.
Here he is on 3rd and long. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking moving towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
4th down, and it'll be the native of County Wicklow in Ireland, Daniel Whelan, on to punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Takes it in at the 21. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. It's going to be a punt of 46 yards. And the Chargers take possession. First and 10 now from the 30. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Quincy Williams making the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 32, into the hands of Conklin. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, here's Hurts. Complete, Derrick Henry. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. All down that time by Jonathan Jones.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Henry on the catch. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Conklin brings it in. And this one doesn't go far.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Darnold now to throw. Finds his man Chase. Breaks through, and he might break away. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. They made it 3 yards on the tote. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Escapes the pocket. And they take this in for the score. The Chiefs cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. And after that last-second score in the 3rd, we'll resume play with a kickoff. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Races past midfield. Touchdown on an incredible return. The advent of a new style of kickoff in 2024 created all sorts of new strategies to generate big returns. And Brock, here we see their own design executed to perfection to spring them for 6.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen a rule change that has invigorated special teams coaches, head coaches, all the coaches, as much as this one did this offseason, each looking for their own wrinkle to try to throw in there and do what we just saw, break it the length of the field for 6 big points.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone, so the football will come back out to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one's incomplete, couldn't connect. Ooh, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. To throw, here's Darnold. That's complete, here's Kirk. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Darnold looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Running left is Mixon. And he'll ball his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 38. Couldn't connect there. Incomplete. Trying to hit his fullback there. And that makes it 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Darnold. Too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered feed on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call it 32 yards on the punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Handoff headed right to Henry. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. They did it! He made the interception! Jonathan Jones makes the play.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now Darnold. This is cut by Isaiah Likely. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Offense up to the line fast. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Keeping it with Mixon. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chiefs down by 7. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's on the move. He's keeping it.
And once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running room. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here he is to throw. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down. Throwing now. Has it down close. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the 1st instead.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs cut it to a point late in this one. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense?
Wow, a stunning call to go for it, and the guts pay off. He's in, and they've got the lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs make the play that should win them this game.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
On the carry, this is Mixon. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Second and 6 coming up here. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 4 yards on the pickup. That's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs grow their lead to 8. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. One final shot here. Forced out to his right. Trying to push it deep downfield. It's intercepted. That will do it. Picked up Kendall Fuller. And the Chiefs make one final massive play, and that finishes the win. So scoreless, a win for the Chiefs. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.